Aquarius, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what I like to do is to go on and give you a general romantic specific reading of, how does your ex really, really feels about you, okay? I'm going to be using my zombie tarot deck today as already shuffled and illustrated as we see here. In addition to using or examining two additional cards from an oracle-based deck that I decided to just throw in to give you some pardon advice. And ladies and gentlemen, if this reading resonates while going through it, please go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, please take a few moments to do so now. So, okay, let's go on and just make a few general observations prior to getting into your reading, okay? I'm just examining these cards here, and it shows you have a predominant of swords here. So, this union appears to be somewhat, or appear to have been somewhat problematic for you with arguing and perhaps constant bickering, even deception. There seems to be a strong need for reconciliation or resolution in your matter when you're kind of seeing that energy there. Okay, I noticed too that you have these two court cards there, so that shows that there may be others involved in your situation. And I'm also seeing here that there are no pentacles there, so perhaps you might need to kind of inject more money into this situation to kind of resolve things, and perhaps distance, might be a factor too, or geography in some sense, okay? I also notice here that you don't have any wands energy there, so there appears to be a lot of indecision and inaction on your part, and action is in fact required. Perhaps you lost sight, perhaps in your friendship, and I'm feeling that, this might have kind of made you cold in some sense, and you're perhaps contemplating yours or your ex-lover's next step when I'm kind of seeing that, type of energy that I'm kind of seeing there in your reading. Okay. Another interesting factor or thing that I'm noticing here is that you have strong, look at the symbolism in these cards here is strong red energy there, and that, of course, you have to understand represents our sex drive, and red energy in this reading, kind of shows that this connection was very heated and very passionate that you had, okay? I'm also seeing this blue energy here that's also connected there, and of course, blue energy is all about how we tend to communicate better with others, so with that energy here, it shows that you are trying to kind of clarify what occurred, okay? And you also have the trees here that's seeing that symbolism there. And, that kind of shows that you really desire more structure. And it looks like your ex still cares and loves you, As when you look at the death card there, that means that's a no card. And the Queen of Swords card, Page of Sword, and Nine of Cups are all yes card. And of course, the Moon is a no card, but you have a predominance of yes cards there, so that suggests that your lover, in fact, still cares for you. And let's look at your prevailing numbers here, okay? You have very, very, very high numbers in your reading, and this suggests that you are certainly reaching the conclusive stage, of this matter, okay? I'm also feeling, too, that since the Nine of Cups kind of falls here with that Page of Swords, it kind of shows that your ex either was a very happy person, or he might have been a bit, or she, a bit arrogant, okay? Just go on and just look at a few additional things here that I'm seeing here. I'm looking at I'm seeing, within this relationship with that Page of Swords there, and if we were to connect that, because this is all about secrets, okay? And the Moon is all about deception. So it shows a sense of, you're feeling that, infidelity may have played a role in this relationship. And I'm also seeing that because here we have the Death card kind of falling before that, Nine of Cups. And this is notes, excuse me, a major conjunction has already occurred in some sense. So the death card has already kind of impacted you in some sense, an ending or even a separation. And since this is a major conjunction, ladies and gentlemen, a cycle, is indeed ending. However, I'm feeling that during the time frame, because as I indicated, this reading is valid until the end of this month. More than likely, you're going to feel much happiness, when you're having this Nine of Cups there. So it's quite plausible that you're going to start experiencing happenings or experiencing, success or happiness, within perhaps even 9 days, I'm kind of feeling. Okay. And I'm also feeling too that, just to look at your numerical theme here we have, or your quintessence, it results in 9. Okay, so that really reflects the hermit type card. And the message here, or the key here, is kind of urging you to kind of be true to yourself, to thine own self be true. And perhaps it's kind of time that you, Aquarius, withdraw a bit from this situation with your ex, to kind of give yourself time to figure out, what type of connection that you really want, and you should certainly determine this before, taking any immediate action. I'm feeling, because in the end, I feel that you're going to certainly, attain that which, what you desire. Okay, so let's go and get started in this reading. I can certainly do combination all day, you guys. But anyway, let's go on and get started, and let's look at this card here, the bottom card falling to the bottom card. So that's the Moon card. And ladies and gentlemen, that the Moon rules Cancer, or connects with water type energy. And it's connected, ladies and gentlemen, to the High Priestess as well. And it urges, one to kind of overcome conflict and to kind of listen to one's inner voice. So with that said, Aquarius, this card is all about, self-deception or intuition, fantasy, and even, Aquarius, bewilderment, therefore, your ex kind of feels that you are a liar, someone who plays games. And he or she feels that you are worried, and, you don't really know what to do to kind of restore harmony, and your ex feels that you fear reaching out to him or her, I'm kind of feeling, or this also could kind of work vice versa. Okay, so let's look at your first card here. We have that Death card. And ladies and gentlemen, this card represents the element of water. So it could be a Scorpio, or Cancer, or it could be even a Pisces, And this card is also connected with the Emperor numerically. So this card is all about major changes, guys. Kind of leaving the past or past problems behind you, oneself, and a new cycle and, a bit of renewal. So your ex kind of feels that you have let him or her go, as you are kind of certain you made the right decision, that I'm kind of getting here. Okay. And, just to move on to this next card here, that Queen of Swords, this card refers to an air sign. It could potentially be a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. And since queens, ladies and gentlemen, also represent water, it certainly can represent a water type sign too, that might, or the air sign that has this water type energy in his or her chart, or it can also be a water sign. So therefore, um, just as an example, so this card would certainly represent water of the suit of air, which kind of denotes, guys, our emotions and our intuition, with intellect and decisions when you kind of combine the air energy there. So your ex kind of sees you as very cold and may feel that you're having a difficult time trying to communicate. Okay. Your next card here is that Page of Sword, and this card is also connected to the element of earth as well as the element of air. So it can just as easily refer to either an air or an earth type sign, Cap, Taurus, Virgo, or as well as Gemini, Libra, and or an Aquarius, just as yourself. So this card, ladies and gentlemen, is all about, circumspection, distraction, um, blunt discussions, even in fact spying. So your ex sees you as an intelligent individual, as someone who has a caring heart or caring attitude, and someone you might even be spying on your ex, or it could be vice versa. and very furtive, I'm feeling, if you will. Your ex also kind of sees you as being very thoughtless at times and kind of cold and annoyed by his or her presence. And this is probably due to good reason, ladies and gentlemen. But presently, he or she feels that you have a hard time allowing people to really, really, ladies and gentlemen, get close to you. Okay? And he or she feels that even during sex, you might even put on some type of a facade to act as if that you're enjoying, whatever is going on when you're really not. Okay? So let's move right along and look at what is in fact hidden that you may not be aware of here. We have the Nine of Cups there. So that also refers to a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And ladies and gentlemen, this card is all about wishes coming true, luck, gratification and success. So, you know, if it is in fact your desire to reconcile or to reconnect with your ex again, this is a very, very positive sign that you're certainly going to get what you want. Although, ladies and gentlemen, with this card, even though it's a wish card, it may come in a different form than what you might have imagined it to come. So, one of the things when you're seeing this card too, you might want to be careful what you wish for because you might just get it. So, keep in mind that things won't always be this way, and a change is a coming, as they say, So, look forward to that and kind of open yourself more up to love. So, in addition to this, I wanted to go on and just give you a bit more parting advice into your situation, and I decided to go on and select two additional cards from the Psychic Tarot deck. And the card selected first is Daydreams Indecision. So, as you would expect, this card is certainly all about imaginations and options and things that you need to do. So, there seems to be, as I've already suggested, with connected with the moon, a certain amount of confusion that seems to go on around, as it relates to your love life. And you might even have several options, and you're maybe daydreaming about what is going to happen. But it's kind of time to tell you that you might want to use your imagination to kind of transform this situation, okay? Once you've sorted out or kind of gone through your mind and, viewed your options, you can see your various possibilities. But this card is certainly indicating, ladies and gentlemen, that it's certainly time that you, in fact, take the needed action to restore your condition. Okay, and last but not least, we see here dedicated effort there. And so, again, this card is all about perseverance and kind of perseverance with a sense of understanding. So it certainly shows that you certainly are, in fact, or you have perhaps put in the effort to kind of sustain this relationship. And you have learned some valuable skills during the process. And even though this situation may have become difficult for you to deal with, it's time that you use your discipline to help improve things, okay? And your efforts with this card certainly is going to be rewarded more than one, okay? So this card is kind of asking you to kind of have more of a sense of understanding as it relates to your ex, okay? And learn how to communicate better and certainly in new ways. So, Aquarius, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered food for thought. Once again, if it resonated, go on and give it a big thought. A big thumbs up. If you've yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to subscribe. And if you're interested in a more personalized reading, you can certainly contact me at WAT61073 at gmail.com. Do enjoy your day. Thank you.